the spark that lit a city. On the night of September 1666, the people of London slept soundly beneath a thick blanket of darkness, unaware that a tiny ember from a bakery oven on Pudding Lane was about to ignite one of the most catastrophic events in the city's history. Thomas Farriner, the king's baker, had closed shop for the day. He thought nothing of the warm coals left smoldering in the oven. It was something he did every night. But this night was different. The summer had been brutally dry, the wooden houses brittle like straw, and the wind howled like a warning no one heeded. By the early hours of the morning, flames burst through the bakery's windows. The fire leapt from house to house like a living beast, fueled by tightly packed timber buildings and narrow alleyways that acted like kindling. Screams pierced the night as families rushed from their homes, with whatever they could carry, many with nothing but the clothes on their backs. The fire raged faster than anyone could contain it. London had no organized fire brigade. Citizens formed chains to pass leather buckets of water from the River Thames, but it was like throwing pebbles at a volcano. Some tried using fire hooks to pull down buildings and create fire breaks, but the wind laughed at their efforts, tossing embers across entire streets. The blaze consumed everything in its path. St. Paul's Cathedral, with its wooden scaffolding, was reduced to ashes. Warehouses filled with oil, wine, and gunpowder exploded. Flames danced across rooftops. People jumped into the Thames to escape, clutching children, pets, and sacred belongings. Samuel Pepys, a government official and famous diarist, wrote in horror, "The churches, houses, and all on fire and flaming at once, and a horrid noise the flames made, and the cracking of houses at their ruin." As the fire spread, fear turned to suspicion. Whispers of sabotage began. Was it a foreign plot? A Catholic conspiracy? Londoners, desperate for answers, turned their rage on anyone who looked different. One man, Robert Hubert, a French watchmaker with mental illness, confessed it falsely to starting the fire. Although evidence showed he wasn't even in London when it began, the city wanted someone to blame. Hubert was tried, convicted, and hanged. Only later was it admitted he couldn't have started the fire. But the true cause remained simple and tragic: neglect, wind, wood, and panic. It wasn't until King Charles II ordered that entire rows of houses be pulled down using gunpowder to blow them apart that the fire began to die. The king himself rode through the city, giving orders, offering rewards for brave volunteers. By September 6th, 4 days after it began, the inferno finally calmed, leaving behind a smoldering wasteland. Over 13,000 homes, 87 churches, and dozens of public buildings were destroyed. Miraculously, only a few lives were officially recorded as lost, though the true number remains unknown. But from the ashes of tragedy came transformation. London rebuilt, brick by brick, with wider streets, stone buildings, and a new fire code that banned wooden homes in the city center. Sir Christopher Wren designed the new St. Paul's Cathedral, rising as a symbol of resilience. The tragedy had scarred the city but also strengthened it. And so, from a single forgotten ember in a bakery, a city was forever changed. The Great Fire of London became more than a disaster. It became a lesson about preparedness, about justice, about rebuilding stronger than before. Today, if you walk down Pudding Lane, there stands a tall column. The monument, etched with the story of a city in flames and a people who refuse to be defeated. Because sometimes, it only takes one spark to change the course of history.